It's Christmas time.
Yep. So this is.
What's the gift you gotta buy for the avid vapor in your life?
Let's go.
Alright, what you call a chick that don't suck dick, you don't. And if you think you finna come up this, you won't. Down comes the boogie and up jumps the funk. This beat taking the beat and got hand out the lumps. Damn baby, your ass stand out and pump. That's outstanding. Stand outside until your man come, or you can leave.
So Nate, in your opinion, which one has the best hit?
The Orion has the best hit. And yeah, I know. We're still around here with the fucking Orion. It's still going strong, man.
And so, what about the hit makes it so nice, Nate?
What makes it so nice is just, well, to me, this is an opinion, obviously, because it's a hit. And not everybody likes the same hit. To me, it's got a great throat hit. I know you don't like how harsh it can be on the top one, but you can also adjust that. So
exactly.
you got some weaker options and some stronger options. You can have a weak hit, strong hit, weak throat hit, strong throat hit. It's great to me. I also want to say this video, we got a lot more higher pricing devices. If you want to watch a cheaper device video, watch my video from last week.
Yeah.
Top pod systems under $20.
Yeah, these are the best of the best.
Yeah, the best.
And so, when it comes to hit, in my opinion, I think I'll also agree with you. The Orion, simply because you can dial in how you want your hit to be with its adjustable airflow and adjustable power. You have a lot of options.
Big props to these boys.
So best flavor is weird, right? Because we have a lot of different options here, and it depends on what you want. In my opinion, I think it's a toss-up between the Rhythm, the ViewSonic Rhythm, and again the Lost Vape Orion. The hit on these two devices is very different. This one's strong and to the point, and this one kind of takes a second, builds up, but after you've hit it and exhaled is when you really taste the flavor on the ViewSonic. And that aftertaste is unmatched by anything else, which I really like.
My pick is going to be the Smoen S8, closely followed by the Lost Vape Orion. My thing about flavors, I like a lot of front-end flavor. I'm not an exhale flavor guy. I like the inhale flavor. That's what I like. And that's what the Smoen provides for you every single hit.
Every single hit, exactly.
It's probably my favorite device to hit if I want some good-ass flavor.
I agree with you, man. The Smoen is really nice, and, you know, you like that top front-end flavor.
The Rhythm has great... And I don't know
exhale,
what fucking exhale flavor. Yeah, great exhale flavor. It's great, but that's just not my cup of tea.
There you go. So I guess if you're into a good front end flavor, Smoen or Orion is a good thing to check out. And if you like that exhale flavor, you know, the Rhythm is the way to go. And as always, guys, links for all these are down below, so go check them out.
Yeah.
But
while we're on the subject of hit and flavor, we're gonna talk about pod life real quick. We don't usually do this in here, but which one has the best pod life?
Well, that's crazy, right? Okay, because we have this pod mod here, and technically, right, it doesn't have like very good pod life for the pod it comes with, but you can put in your disposable pods, and basically you don't have to worry about that because once they're done, which is cool. But when it comes to overall pod life, I'd say it definitely goes to the Orion.
Yeah,
like
the Orion
without
still,
a doubt.
It's doing a good job. Yeah, it's great. The Orion is probably my pick as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about it. It has huge cotton in it, so the pods are gonna, you know, not burn out as fast. And from our real world experience, you get 3 weeks of just kick-ass flavor off the gate.
Yeah, and then you could go another 3 without it being total shit, which is crazy.
If it's a little bit burnt, which it'll be just a little bit burnt after 3 weeks, it'll stay only a little bit burnt for a while, and it's completely bearable.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of devices they just go off the deep end, right? As soon as they start to get burnt.
Exactly.
This thing is like Smoen. It's my favorite with flavor, but if it starts to get burnt by the end of the day, it's terrible.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. Just like with the Smock Nova almost. Once it's burnt,
it's gonna be bad by the end. Yeah. Now I do want to touch on the pod mod because you talked about it a little bit. Yeah, the original pod it comes with does not have great pod life. I'd say a week or 2 maybe max, but you do get to put in whatever pods you want. Any system. We have fixed ones in here right now, which you can't even. It's not technically a pod you're supposed to put in there, but it fucking works.
And I think this is the best pod to put in there, honestly.
The only thing is that you kind of forget that you're still spending money on every single pod.
Exactly.
And that's something that I just don't like, pre-filled pods. And so at the end of the day, I kind of feel like that ability to do that with this device kind of is unnecessary and doesn't help it out that much.
That leads into design a little bit, and you know, when we're talking about design on all of these devices, it's not just how it looks, it has to do with its functionality. So like something like the pod mod is cool because say you have pods and you know don't have a Juul, don't have something, you can still hit your pods. You can hit them way better than out of any of the standard devices.
Even still, yeah, if you have a Juul or a Fix or any of those devices and you also have the pod mod and your pod ends up going burnt, I'd rather hit those pods out of the pod mod because you have customization and all that kind of stuff with it, and it works better than those systems do, which is cool.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to design, though, I think my favorite design has to go to the Pavino because on the device itself, there's no buttons, there's nothing. There's only a green light that shows up when you hit it. All of that is replaced by an app you get on your phone, which I think is really sweet because it keeps the device clean and you have still a shit ton of functionality that you can control from your device, and it gives you stats and everything, which is great.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. The Pavino, in my opinion, by far and away is the best design. It's just, overall, I love the way that it's shaped. It's a big system, which is cool to me. I like that. It makes me feel like I'm hitting a mech mod.
Honestly.
It's got a cool mouthpiece. I like the feel of the mouthpiece in my mouth. And also, like, I just love the way that the pod goes in. You just drop it in, and it clicks in there so well. There's no rattle,
it's
nothing at
foolproof,
all.
Really.
The only problem with the design is the charger and I guess the air hole, but once you get used to that, it's not really an issue.
You know, and the charger isn't a big deal. I mean, you just set it down in it, and it's magnets and it sticks, but it's a little weird, and you have to line it up.
Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with it. I just, you know, it's when something's not perfect, and you're just kind of like,
Nah, exactly. On a device that's perfect, like why wouldn't the charger be perfect?
Why wouldn't you go all in? But end of the day, still the best design, so I guess they didn't really need to make that charger amazing, did they?
So moving on to hand feel, how this shit feels in your hands and in your pockets and everything, I think I'm gonna give that. That's a toss-up between the Orion and the Pavino, right? Because the Pavino is kind of grippy and it feels great in your hands, but once you put it in your pocket, you realize you're carrying around a big device. And the Orion is the exact opposite, in my opinion. It's very small, and when you put it in your pocket, it's great. But when you're holding it, it's got some sharp edges that, I don't know, it's just a little weird, but yeah. I think it's a toss-up between those two. What do you think?
You know, I'm going to go with the pod mod. And just because of the overall, for me, I like miniature things. I like small things. And so this thing is, whenever it's got its normal pod in it, it just looks like a tiny little mod with the fucking tank and everything. We forgot to mention that you can actually put an actual tank on it. But, you know, it's kind of the combination. I like it the best in my hand because like the way that it's shaped, the triangles and all that stuff. It feels nice with the glossy finish. And then in your pocket, it's not too big either.
No, exactly.
Which is great.
And it's not too heavy either. It feels dense, but it feels
definitely feels really sturdy and nice, which is cool. Best bang for your buck here.
Yeah, so when it comes to bang for your buck, I guess you have to look at what you get features-wise for the price. So that's a really hard one for me. I think it will go to the pod mod because you have a bunch of options, and I feel like you have $70 worth of options in a $50 vape is kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
But because like the Orion is $70, then another $10 for a pod, and then you know you get adjustable airflow and you get adjustable power, and the hit's amazing, but it's not the best bang for your buck in my opinion. I think, as I said, it goes to the pod mod just because of all of it.
Yeah, and it kind of depends on what you really want and what's your top priority, you know? And I'm gonna agree that the pod mod is also my favorite because it has, just like the Orion, it has you can customize it entirely. Other than when the pods are in, you can't adjust the airflow, which I can live without. You can turn that thing up to 4.2 volts.
Yeah, seriously.
On pod mode. You can run it with regular juice. You can run it with any pod. You can put a tank on it. And 1450 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah, which is amazing. Now, you know, could also be a toss-up with the Smoant, simply because the Smoant is $15. And it's like a standard, you know, entry-level device. Like, it feels almost like a $22, $25 device for $15. And, you know, it gives you everything you need for a really good price. So that's also a contender in my eyes, but I still think it goes to the Pod Mod just because of everything you can do with it.
I'm gonna go with the Orion second, and it's gonna go Pod Mod, Orion, Smoant to me.
Okay.
You know, the Orion, it's just like, if they were the same price, I'd pick the Orion.
Yeah, if they were the same price, I would totally also, because the Orion, like, once you've hit an Orion, everything else is kind of a little weaker and just not as good.
Yeah, it just doesn't quite, their hits just don't quite stand up to it.
Exactly. It goes to the Orion. Without a question, without a hesitation in my mind, I'm going to say Orion.
I'm gonna go with you on that too. I
didn't
go with it last month, but you know.
Well, you were a Pavino boy.
Yeah, I was Pavino boy, but that, you know, over time things change.
Over time things change, and you know what doesn't change though?
The Orion.
The Orion is amazing. I mean, seriously, like.
Oh my goodness.
If you've ever hit one, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't hit one, you need to, because this thing, you know, for your standard vape enthusiast who has a pod system, you know, a Novo or something is great, but once you've actually hit a real premium device, there's no going back. You need to.
It's Christmas time. It's time to be dropping bills.
Exactly, and you know what?
If there's any time in the month to buy, or in the year to buy a $70 pod system, now is the time.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm
not trying to make you do anything, but. You know, I'd say that's what you should buy. If you're trying to buy a gift for somebody, they're going to be ecstatic with this.
Exactly. And, you know, it is Christmas time, and a lot of the retailers we use and we share with you guys provide good discounts now. So
Christmas deals.
We'll be out on the hunt to find the best price for this.
That's where you want to be on our email list, right?
Exactly, because we'll let you know exactly where you should
what's
get
going
this.
down, you know, and where to buy it.
But yeah, this thing is sweet. Top to bottom, it's got killer flavor, it's got a really good pod life. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it, especially since it's so durable. Like, that's something I really like, is I have a peace of mind when I'm using this device. And I take it out, I don't have to worry about it breaking, which is great.
Yeah, let's each give our top three so that they have some options. I'm gonna go Orion, Pod Mod, Pavino.
You're gonna go that? I'm gonna go Orion, U-Sonic, and then Smoant. I put the U-Sonic at number 2 just because I really am intrigued with how its design works. It's got ultrasonic coils, so it doesn't actually heat up a coil, it vibrates it. So pod life is going to be really good. And, you know, I really like the clickiness and everything about this device. I just really like. And then the Smoant, they're cheap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just told you why I think the Orion is the one. Pod Mod, go back about a couple minutes and you'll know why I think that one's the best one too. And then Pavino, watch the video from last month. It's fucking cool. I like the Pavino a lot.
It is fucking cool.
I love the app. It's a great device. I think it's probably one of the best ones if you're trying to wean yourself off of nicotine.
Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. And if you're interested in any of these devices, links for them are down in the description for the best prices we could find. And we went out and did some research, so you can be sure that they're a steal. And if you're watching and you stuck it out to the end, good for you. We like you. You're a cool person.
What should you comment? Say Christmas fist bump.
Yep. Perfect. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Head on over to fuckinvapeboys.com to ask us any questions personally. We'll get back to you very soon. And till next time, guys. Peace out.